If you're not a veteran, why are you writing in comments saying what is disrespectful for veterans? And the reason I ask that question is about etiquette during the playing of the national anthem, the United States national anthem. See, I think sometimes people get confused on cruise ships because not everything is about America. And the veterans gatherings on board cruise ships, they are veterans gatherings, not U.S. veterans gatherings, which means you can have veterans from other branches of the military. They're all welcome. They can all participate. They are all honored. It's not just U.S. veterans. And yes, I am a U.S. veteran. And so, yeah, I have an opinion when people who I don't think are veterans come on, make comments and say, well, this is disrespectful to our veterans. Well, as a veteran, I don't see the disrespect that this person does. Now, when the U.S. national anthem plays, there is an etiquette that goes with it. If you are non-military personnel, you are supposed to stand, face the flag, place your right hand over your heart during the playing of the national anthem. That is the etiquette. It is not mandatory. It's not required. You don't have to do it. That's just the etiquette of what you do. And one observation I've made about people who are not veterans is they always claim, this and that is disrespectful. But they kind of forget that one of the things as veterans that we fight for was for freedom of choice. All choices, whether I personally like or dislike another person's choice, that's irrelevant to the fact that they have the freedom to make that choice. You can't say, well, I fought for your rights, but your rights can only be what I want them to be. And then when somebody doesn't do it that way, you write in a comment claiming disrespect. But let's take a look at the comment. Let's find out, was this cruise director right or wrong in what they did? And do you agree with the person that wrote this in? No, John, you are wrong. Every cruise director should do it regardless if they are American or not. They should put their hand on their heart or salute when the national anthem of the United States of America is played. Otherwise, it is an act of disrespect to all the veterans there. So every cruise director, whether or not they're American or not, should have to do this. So my first question is why would a person who is not an American put their hand over their heart for the American United States of America national anthem? Why should that be required? Is it required that if a national anthem from another country is played, is it required that everybody stand and place their hand over the heart for that country as well? Now, I know plenty of people out there will stand and be respectful for other countries' national anthems. But again, that's a choice. It's not a requirement. And if the cruise director is American, etiquette says, yes, they would place their hand over their heart. But again, not mandatory, not required. Now, here's where I get the hint that this person is not a veteran, because they do get the part right where you place your hand over your heart, but they also say, or salute. Well, a civilian, a person that's never been in the military, a cruise director, would not salute the flag during the national anthem. And somebody that served in the military would know that information. So that's why I don't think this was written by a veteran. I think this was written by somebody who wanted to complain and just have something to whine about, when honestly, at the end of the day, it's not about them at all. But if the cruise director didn't place their hand over the heart, was this disrespectful to all of the veterans that are there? Now, my answer is my opinion and my opinion only. But if the cruise director chose not to do it, I am not disrespected. Why? Because they have the choice. I don't have to like their choice. I don't have to agree with their choice. Okay? The fact that I stand, I put my hand over my heart is my choice in how I show respect for the flag and for myself. And like everything else going on in the world, worry about you and don't worry about what somebody else is doing, especially if it's not even about you. Now, I could be completely wrong on whether or not this person is or isn't a veteran. That's just purely my opinion and guess based on the information that they wrote. But I will say this much. Look, we don't need someone writing in negative comments claiming that veterans are being disrespected, not over something like this. And I'll be curious to see any veterans out there. Let me know in the comments below. Would you be walking out of this military gathering, this veterans gathering, going, wow, that was the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in my life? Or are you like me and say, freedom is what we fought for? And part of freedom is having the right to choose and do it their way, whether we like it or not. And that's going to be our video for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.